Hi everyone, and welcome to the Pokemon Yellow Legacy Achievement Guide. You'll find timestamps in the description for all the achievements we'll be covering, so feel free to jump to the sections that interest you the most. And a big thank you to Cartesia for developing these achievements and to the Smith Place Pokemon team for creating this awesome rack. With that, let's dive right in. So up until Brock, I trained all Pokemon until level 10. We start this guys off with the Pokédex on the Pokedex Perfection, which unlocks once you've caught all 151 Pokemon. And we start off with Pikachu in town, and we get a Pidgey and Rattata on Route 1, Spearow, Nidoran male, Nidoran female and Mankey on Route 23, and Vulpix on Route 2, Caterpie, Weedle and Oddish in the Viridian Forest. Evolutions occur when we get Kakuna and Metapod at level 7 and Beedrill and Butterfree at level 10. Okay, note, we are playing on the hard difficulty. Brock has his original Pokemon in this fight with Geodude leading and his main, which is Onix. But this Onix is no joke, and is like it went into the hyperbolic time chamber and used all the years of mockery as motivation and reached a new state. This is a super Onix, if you will. And you can lead with your Mankey to finish him off with Butterfree. The level cap is 12, so your Oddish would not have learned Absorb yet. After defeating Brock, the rock solid start and the Boulder Breaker achievement will unlock. On your way to Cerulean City, you'll pick up a Jigglypuff on Route 5, Clefairy, Geodude, Zubat and Sandshrew, Paras in Mount Moon. Then you can use 2 Moonstones picked up in Mount Moon to evolve Jigglypuff and Clefairy to Wigglytuff and Clefable. After beating the Super Nerd at the end of Mount Moon, you can pick up a fossil which contains a Pokemon and this achievement. You will pick up a far-fetched Ekans and Psyduck just before Cerulean City with a Nidoran male and female evolving to Nidorina and Nidorino at level 60. Your Pidgey will evolve to Pidgeotto at level 18 with your Spearow and Rattata evolving to Fearow and Raticate at level 20. With a level cap of 21, you're in for one hell of a fight. You do have some counters in Oddish, Paras and Pikachu, but Starmie is a beast. Misty leads Psyduck, Goldeen and then with her main, which is Starmie. Start off with Oddish, who should take out Psyduck and Goldeen with ease, but switch to Paras as he can use Absorb and Leech Life to beat Starmie. Once she's down, the badge and both achievements will unlock. So in your house in Cerulean, if your Pikachu is quite happy, she'll give you a Bulbasaur. Nice. Your rival, whatever his name is, I mean his own grandpa could not even remember his name, so why should I? Challenge you to a fight near Nugget Bridge. His team consists of Spearow, Rattata, Bellsprout and Eevee. This fight is not too difficult, so just get a balanced team in place and it should be over in no time. So to unlock Fiery Destiny, pick up the Charmander from the the guy on Route 25. You can catch an Abra, Venonat, Bellsprout on Route 24 and fish for a Goldeen and a Poliwag with an old rod. Then said Poliwag then evolved to Poliwhirl at level 21. Bulbasaur and Charmander evolved into Ivysaur and Charmeleon at level 16. Abra and Ekans evolved into Kadabra at level 16 and Arbok at level 21. Bellsprout and Zubat evolved into Weepinbell and Golbat at level 21. And finally, Sandshrew and Oddish evolves into Sandslash and Gloom also at level 21. So to unlock the Ticket to Victory achievement, complete the build sequence as he tries to emulate Jeff Goldblum in The Fly. Help the guy out by pressing a button on the computer and he will be turned back to normal and give you a ticket to the SSN. You can catch a Meowth, Lickitung and a Magnemite on the route to Vermilion City. You can also fish for a Krabby and Horsey with the good rod received in Vermilion City. And Paris will evolve to Parasect at level 24. The rival, who this in this case, makes an appearance again at the end of the SSN, where he speaks some French to you for some reason. The battle commences and he starts off with a massive rat, Eradicate. Then he brings out a Weepinbell, a Sandshrew and finally ends with Eevee. Make sure your team is equipped to handle him so you have a good balance of different Pokemon types before engaging him. Once defeated, you will unlock the achievement. So this should be easy, right? The guy has only one Pokemon, and it's a Raichu. So get out your ground type, which is immune to and smash him. Okay, no, that won't work. So to unlock Shock and Awe achievement, you need to beat Lieutenant Surd, and it's actually easier said than done on hard mode. So no, his Raichu is 5 levels above your level cap. It has Surf, meaning it will one-shot any ground or rock types. However, if you do not evolve your 2 Nidos yet, that's why I didn't use the Moonstones on them, then use them both to learn Dig, and you won't have that ground weakness against water. Keep spamming this and you should lock both achievements in no time. So to unlock the Wave Rider achievement, pick up Squirtle from Officer Jenny after defeating Surge. Shockingly, you can catch a Diglett in Diglett's cave. Then I went and bought a Magikarp. I got a Meowth with Payday and evolved Squirtle to Wartortle at level 16. So in the area where you need to cut to enter Route 2, you can go into the house and trade a Clefairy for a Mr. Mime. The guy is very lazy at Mount Moon, so he's really near his house. So why don't he just go and get one? So on Route 11 you can catch a Drowsy and evolve your Geodude to Graveler at level 25. So on Route 11 there's another trade you can make, and you can actually go and catch a Leaky Tongue again and trade it for the widely available Dugtrio, which is in Diglett's cave just a few steps back. What we won't do for achievements. So on Route 9 to 10 for your Pokedex perfection, your Magikarp will evolve to Gyarados at level 20. You can catch a Pinsir on Route 7. Evolve a Nidorina and Nidoqueen with the Moonstone acquired in the Rock Tunnel, and Drowsy will evolve to Hypno at level 26. You can catch Machop, Onix and 2 Cubone, yes 2, as you would need 1 for a trade in the Rock Tunnel. So on the Trade Expert, head back to the tunnel connected between Cerulean and Vermilion and speak to the girl and trade your Cubone for Machoke. No evolution here, as trade evolutions does not exist in this version. So your Cubone will evolve to Marowak at level 28, Mankey and Meowth will evolve to Primeape and Persian at level 28, and you can catch a Coughing, not like a cold or something, the Pokemon, and a Growlithe on Route 7 and 8. Okay, as always, to unlock the Petals and Power and the Floral Fury achievements, you would need to beat Erika on hard mode. Erika is a bit of a step down from the previous gym, as you have so many options at this stage. You can heat things up with Charmeleon or any other fire type, or use bugs to eat her up. Pinsir is very good in this fight. Fire Punch or Tornado wipes out her team in no time, and also earning you the 2 achievements. Go and buy 2 leaf stones, 2 fire stones and 1 water stone and evolve your Gloom to Vileplume, Poliwhirl to Poliwrath, Weeping Bell to Victory Bell, Growlithe to Arcanine and Vulpix to Ninetales. To unlock the evolution's choice, you need to get an Eevee in Celadon City. Go at the back of the building and up the stairs to the top. Once you've spoken to the NPC, you can get the Eevee as well as the achievement. Go to the casino and use the well-known exploit of getting a lot of coins and get yourself a Polygon, and then also go buy an electric stone to evolve your Eevee to Jolteon. To unlock the Spirit Seeker, you need to beat Giovanni in his lair in Celadon City and pick up the Self Scope to unlock the Spirit Seeker achievement. So your rival has become a bit of a stalker at this stage as he waits for you in the Pokemon Tower. Rumor has it you actually killed his pet rat, you bastard. In any case, his team is a lot stronger than before with Fearow, Shelder, Growlithe, Kadabra and Jolteon. If you have a Graveler, you can use it to take out most of his Pokemon. Just finish off whoever is left with what you have and you should have nice options at this stage. Hopefully, he leaves you alone for a bit. So at the Power Tower, pick up a Ghastly and then your Magnemite will evolve to Magneton at level 30. Krabby will evolve to Kingler at level 30. Use a Moonstone and get a Nidoking. And your Ghastly will evolve to Haunter at level 25. And your Venonat will evolve to Venomoth at level 30. So after you get to the top of the tower, rescue Mr. Fuji and he will give you a Pokeflute. And this achievement will unlock. So on your way to Koga, pick up a Snorlax. Your Horsey will evolve into Seadra. Catch a Tangela and a Tentacool. Your Ivysaur will evolve into Venusaur. Your Tentacool will evolve into Tentacruel. Catch a Scyther. Your Psyduck will evolve into Golduck and your Coughing into Wheezing. And finally, your Goldeen will evolve into Seeking. So Koga is quite strong with a level cap of 43. He starts off with a Golbat, so use any electric type to take it out. He will follow up with Mach who can tank some hits. Any ground move to take it out. Then a strong Tentacruel, so get your Psychic ready to take that one out. Then its main, which is a Venomoth, which is also quite strong. Use any Psychic or ground type to take it out. And after defeating Koga, the Soul Badge as well as both achievements is yours. And remember, we're playing this on hard difficulty. You can pick up Kabuto here depending on what fossil you picked up in Mount Moon. Then you can catch the following Pokemon in the Safari Zone: Execute, Dratini, Dragonair, Chansey, Kangaskhan, Rhyhorn, Taurus, and on Route 16 pick up a Dodio. Go into the guardhouse just before Fusha House on Route 15. Go to the second floor and trade a Tangela for a Parasect. Your Charizard will evolve at level 36, your Dodrio at level 31, your Pidgeot at level 36, your Blastoise at level 36, and then you can catch a Ponyta and Grimer on this route as well as Shelder. Evolve your Execute to Executor with Leaf Stone, Machamp and Golem will evolve at level 38, and Ponyta will evolve into Rapidash at level 40, and your Grimer will evolve into Muk at level 38. Kabuto will evolve into Kabutops at level 40 and use a Water Stone on Shelder to get Cloyster. Use your Psychic Pokemon to obliterate this gym and pick up the Hitmonlee for your troubles. Your Haunter will evolve into Gengar at level 42, as well as your Kadabra into Alakazam at the same level. Once Giovanni is defeated, speak to the President and get the Master Ball. Get the Lapras from the employee in the building. Well, you go one way. You go Pinsir, Whiff to a Needle, and you beat the living shit out of this gym. And that is the match done. So go into the house and trade your Poliwhirl for a Jinx. Your Rhyhorn will evolve into Rhydon at level 42, and you can catch a Raichu, Electabuzz and a Voltorb in the Electric Plant. Okay, Craig's team consists of Jolteon, Aerodactyl, Exeggutor, Snorlax and Arcanine.
You can start with a ground type for Jolteon like Golem, any water type for Aerodactyl like Blastoise. Nidoking Sludge can make quick work of Executor. Then you need some powerful tanks to get rid of Snorlax and a ground or water type for Alkaline. After this your path should be open to Zapdos. So Zapdos is one of the legendary birds. I started with Golem and ended with Rock Slide to get some serious damage on it. Then if it's in the red, use a Pokemon with Sleep Out to get it to sleep. Then throw all your Ultra Balls or Great Balls as I did until it's caught. You can catch the following Pokemon at Seafoam Islands: Seal, Staryu, Dugong, Slowpoke and Slowbro. And I evolved my Staryu to the almighty Starmie using a Water Stone. You can also go back to the power plant and get an electrode at the power station. So blocking your way to Articuno is a trainer called Weebra. She starts off with Snorlax, Gengar, Charizard, Vaporeon, Onix and finally Machamp. Use any Pokemon with fighting moves to take out Snorlax, then any Pokemon with ground moves for Gengar, the water or rock Pokemon for Charizard, electric obviously for Vaporeon and water for Onix and Psychic for Machamp. And after you defeated her, the path to Articuno is open. Cool, same strategy here as Zapdos. You hit it and also apply some status effect like sleep or paralysis and throw all those balls until it's caught. Okay, so your final trades are at Cinnabar Island. First you need a Golduck for Rhydon, then a Growler for Dewgong, then a Kangaskhan for Mark, as well as the achievement. So in the Pokemon Mansion, you can catch a Magmar, a Ditto, and you can also then on the island revive an Aerodactyl and an Omanyte. You can also train then your Omanyte till level 40 to evolve into Omastar. So Blane will start off with Rapidash, then you'll move on to Charizard, then Ninetales, Arcanine, and finally end with Magmar. Good Pokemon like Golem and Starmie will crush Blane in this fight. Okay, so Giovanni starts with Duck Trio, Nidoqueen, Persian, Nidoking, and then ends with Rhydon. So you can use a water type, but I mixed it with Dragon and the almighty Taurus. So you can cut the Hitmonchan Eevee to evolve it to Flareon and Vaporeon, and evolve your Dragonair to Dragonite at level 56. Lekker! So in Victory Road, Moltres awaits, and it's also the last of the trio. Hit it and catch it. Okay, so now we move on to the Elite Four and the champion. Lorelei, who's first up. She starts with a Slowbro, then a Cloyster, Dewgong, Jinx, and ends with Lapras. Use your Pokemon with electric and fire moves to take her out. Bruno is then next up, and he starts with Hitmonchan, Poliwrath, Hitmonlee, Onyx, and finally Machamp. Psychic and water moves all the way. Agatha is next, and she starts with Gengar, Golbat, Marowak, Arbok, and ends with another Gengar. Again, use your Psychic Pokemon. Lance is the last of the Elite Four. He starts with Dragonite, Gyarados, Charizard, Aerodactyl, and then finally another Dragonite. Ice, Water, and Electric moves here. Then we end against our rival. I forgot who he was. He starts off with Alakazam, Rhydon, Gyarados, Arcanine, and Executor, and finally he ends with Jolteon. You would really need a good balanced team to deal with him. So just before we can tackle Mewtwo, you will need to beat Smith himself. And he starts with Aerodactyl, then Gengar, Tentacruel, Alakazam, which is a bit of a stubborn bastard, Taurus, and he ends with Starmie. This is a very tough battle, and you will need a good strategy here and a balanced Pokemon team to defeat him. So after beating Smith, go catch Mewtwo. Use your Master Ball, don't play around. Okay, so now it's time to face Professor Oak on Route 1. So he starts with Taurus, Charizard, Venusaur, Blastoise, Snorlax, and finally ends with Nidoking. With Mewtwo in your team, you should be able to beat this man quite easily. So the nurse in Fusha City wants to battle. So she sends out a Kangaskhan, Snorlax, Starmie, Porygon, Executor, and finally ends with Chansey. Your bug should be enough to deal with her, as well as any fighting type to deal with Chansey, etc. Kev, you make your way back to Vermilion City. Officer Jenny, who gave you the Squirtle, wants to test your metal. She starts off with a Pidgeot, then Blastoise, Tangela, Gengar, Parasect, and then, with no surprise, an Arcanine. You should know the drill by now. Have a balanced team and then defeat her. So you're going off to Cinnabar Island, and in the mansion you'll face off against Professor Oak again. So he has a supercharged team. So he starts off with Taurus, Zapdos, Articuno, Moltres, Snorlax, and then finally end with Nidoking. So your electric Pokemon will do well against two of the three birds, and Ice will do well against two of the three birds. So have Pokemon with moves with electric type moves as well as ice type moves. And I think the rest, if you always keep a Mewtwo in your team for if there's any problems to sweep any of his Pokemon that's left. And now for the reason why we actually came to Cinnabar, is to actually finish our Pokedex and finally unlock this achievement. And to finish it, you just need to catch Mew. Paralyze it, whittle down its health until it's red, and catch it. Same strategy as with the legendary birds. Alright, so we're going back to the Elite Four. So I'm not going to go through the teams at this stage. I mean, you're going to have you need to have Mew and Mewtwo in your teams. I mean, you're going to just smash them as well as the champions. So just go there, Pluxum them, destroy them, and get this achievement. It's going to be fun. Okay, so after all that, you're gonna go back. You're gonna have to reface all the gym leaders again. So I'm not gonna go through it. You're gonna have to face from Brock to Blane again. And guys, you should know who's your best team at this stage. You should know the drill. Just go revisit every gym and then go beat the leaders, unlocking each of its separate achievements as you go along. And after that, you would have mastered this game. Okay guys, lekker. Thanks for watching this video, and also congratulations on mastering this awesome ROM app. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. There's going to be a retro achievement guide every month, and then if you guys like this, hit that subscribe button. Thanks again guys, and cheers.